no, it is an ever fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose words unknown, although his height be taken. Oh no, true love is an ever fixed mark. Okay, true love, it that is true love, an ever fixed mark. Okay, in brief, first of all, let me explain it. Ever fixed mark, a symbol of permanency, a token of stability. And here is also another meaning of this phrase, an ever fixed mark, a lighthouse. It keeps means a pole star. Okay, here ever fixed mark, that is a star, a pole is star. It keeps looking on the tempests, or it keeps watching the tempests, violent storms, yet it is never shaken by them, right? It is an ever fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is never shaken by them. It is never affected by the storms, violent storms. It is the star. It is the star to every wandering bark. Bark, that is ship or boat. So it is never affected by the storms, and it is the star. Star, that is, it is the pole star. Or we can say, a guide to every wandering ship. Every wandering ship, or the ship that has lost its path, maybe a lover also. Okay, here is also an example of a lover. So it is the star to every wandering bark, whose words are known, means his height can be taken, the distance from the earth, it can be measured very well, that how much far it is from the earth. But its value, okay, its worth, its value, its importance, its worth is completely unknown. So when we go through the second quatrain, the second stanza of this sonnet, we find here that William Shakespeare has here used a figure of speech metaphor. Here he is making a comparison of true love with Paul Star, because he is very confident and he is very assured that whatever he is going to express, that is very true. So this is why, to make his statement very true, now he compares pole star, or he compares true love with what? With ever fixed mark, with pole star. So Shakespeare, in the second quatrain of this sonnet, he repeats very forcefully that true love is permanent and it always remains the same. No matter how many difficulties come there, no matter how much disturbance are there, but it always watches them, and it always remains unaffected, unchangeable. Means the violent storms of the sea, or the violent tempest, the difficulties, earthly problems cannot disturb it. They can never shake it, because it is unshakable. So these lines, we find here that these lines have metaphor, right? Metaphor, just as that looks on tempest and is never shaken, just as the pole star guides the ship. Okay, ever fixed mark means here pole star guides the ship. The sailors are always guided by the pole star that has lost its path or its way on the sea. Okay, that particular ship that has lost its way on the sea. So just like that, true love also helps a man out of worldly difficulties, earthly problems, and it also shows them right path. Okay, true love also guides man to the right way. Perhaps the height distance from the earth, and the height of the pole star is always calculated by the astronomers through their telescope. So maybe there may be a possibility that we can take the height of pole star, but there is no person, we can never come to know the value of it that there is no one who can tell that how valuable it is. So true love is like this star, invaluable, unaffected and permanent. Means it is fixed and it always gives, although his height be taken, every wandering bark, and it always gives right guidance. So here we find a very beautiful figure of speech used by William Shakespeare. Figure of speech is here metaphor, and a very remarkable imagery is also here, that is lighthouse, our fixed mark, and the rhyme scheme is mark, bark, see, shaken, taken, D. So the rhyme scheme of the second quatrain is CD. Okay, that was your second quatrain. So in brief, let us try to know the meaning of all these words. Oh no, he is not agree, he doesn't accept this. But what he says, it that is true love. It is an ever fixed, ever, always fixed, permanent mark, that is token or symbol. Okay. In brief, ever fixed mark means polystar, or ever fixed mark, that is a symbol of stability, a symbol of token, and that symbol is polystar. We can also say here a lighthouse, that means polystar, or that means here the lighthouse looks on, it always keeps watch or watches on tempest means storms, difficulties, problems, and is never shaken, it is never affected. Okay, affected by what? It is never, polystar is never affected, is never shaken by the violent, by the disturbed storms. Okay, that always keeps coming in the sea. It is the star. Okay, pole star is such a star, because here the figure of speech is metaphor. So it is the star, pole star is such a star to every, okay, each and every, to every, not to a particular, but to every wandering that has lost its path. Wandering means those person or those sheep who have lost their right path on the sea. Bark means ship or boat. So it is the star to every wandering bark. Just like true love is also such a star who always keeps guiding to those, each and every, okay, to each and every person who has been misguided or who has lost their or his or her right path, whose worths are known, the value or the worth of polystar, the value, the importance of true love is always unknown, because there is no person who can tell, who can express its value, although his height be taken. Height, that how much far pole star is, okay, how much far pole star is from the earth, it can always be calculated by the astronomers, but there is no person, okay, taken, that is measured, but there is no person who can tell the importance or the value or the greatness of true love of the pole star.